Let's leave a perfectly innocuous comment on his most recent video and include the word engineer. Now let me switch back to harmful opinions. Let's sort by new to look at it. It is not there, no matter how many times I refresh the comment section.
Recently it came out that Mutahar actually never worked in the engineering field, despite claiming that for the previous 10 years of his streaming career. And when this news came out, he decided to censor the word engineer with the hard R in his YouTube comment section, like the slur that it is.
I'm an engineer.
I'm a fucking engineer.
I'm a goddamn engineer. I'm an engineer.
I'm a fucking engineer. I'm an engineer.
I'm only an engineer. Oh, I'm an engineer.
So I'm an engineer.
I'm just an engineer.
I'm an engineer. I'm just a fucking engineer. I'm a goddamn engineer.
So he says all the time YouTube is not his main job, and he makes this point very clear, but it's coming out that he is lying about his real job that he claims to have so much. It seems to not exist, or at the very least, he is wildly exaggerating how professional this job is. It's basically confirmed through the inconsistencies of his past that he is not a real engineer, despite saying he's a computer engineer, a computer science engineer, a cybersecurity engineer, a video engineer. He claimed he had all these jobs, which is just an insane claim to make on the first hand.
I'm a video engineer now. I think I know how this shit fucking works.
Speaking out of an engineer, like if I wasn't a computer science engineer, I wouldn't speak about Elon being an idiot. But as an engineer, yeah, I'm gonna call him a fucking idiot because he does do idiotic statements.
This is why, as a cybersecurity engineer,
And even though they're related, there's no way he would have had all those jobs even if he did have a degree. It just doesn't make any sense. And what it seems like from him trying to censor this is that it's actually making it worse, and it's having like a pirate software sort of effect. He's becoming a whole lolcow on the internet right now, and I don't hate the guy, but everyone loves to hate him at the moment.
You know all you had to do was do nothing, right? Like you said, YouTube's not your job, you don't rely on it financially in any way. And even if it was, no matter how many people hate or dislike you, or think you're a total fraud, you'll always have tens, hundreds of thousands of people who love you no matter what. Is that not enough for you? Are you still the little boy from 10 years ago whose heart's broken when someone unsubscribes?
If I ever lost one subscriber, I feel heartbroken.
You went full pirate software. Good luck with that. What was it Mutahar said about that guy again?
Just learn to take a little bit of an L. Learn to laugh at yourself. None of this would have been an issue.
Even though he once gave Pirate Software some pretty good advice, he can't take the own advice and laugh at himself now. Instead, he decides to ban the literal word engineer. And I refuse to believe that Mutahar isn't aware of the Streisand effect, like how when you try to get people to stop talking about things, it only causes people to talk about it more and make it more popular in return. And that's exactly what we're seeing happen right now with his scenario, because he's trying to get people to stop talking about him in his comment section, and now more people are memeing it and talking about it than ever. So if you don't remember, I already made a video about it, but my last video talked about how there was a ton of inconsistencies when you look at the history, and I'm sure you can find a lot of inconsistencies when looking at like a 10-year lie of anyone. But there's a lot of inconsistencies when he talks about the jobs he's had and the jobs he's held. This video gives an example that is just super obvious and kind of clears the air before we get into the other stuff.
If you happen to be aware that in 2014 he made a video where he claims to have worked in video editing, film and TV for 4 years.
if you don't know, I work in the video editing industry, and I work in film and television in general, and in there...
4 years, 2014. So you were doing that since 2010, 2 years before you normally tell us you started to get interested in editing to begin with.
So basically from 2010 to 2014 is when he claims to have been working in this field. And he also has claimed to work in the engineering field before getting into streaming and content creation, which just does not make sense because he turned 18 in 2012 and the timeline just doesn't add up, and it seems very undeniable to the fact that he is just lying about being an engineer at this point. I know I gotta stop saying it, I gotta stop talking about it because it's just so obvious at this point.
There we go, I filmed it, alright? I used my film degree to something.
He calls it a film degree, but it's actually a 2-year broadcasting/videography diploma he got from Humber College between 2013 and 2015.
But now that we got this, we got some proof. The guy who made this video can move on to some heavier topics.
All of this was salvageable. If any of those jobs he had engineer in the title and he showed receipts, it would have gone a long way, even if he has been fluffing himself up a little.
This is super true because I don't know why he didn't just show some receipts if he actually was an engineer. I mean, the biggest excuse you can really have when saying that you are an engineer but didn't graduate college is that you worked in a field and you had a highly specialized role that gave you the title of an engineer. And Mutahar, if he ever actually did do that, would probably have some kind of banknote or mailing letter or something to prove it, and he just doesn't. And the fact that he's trying to censor it is just really sad, because not only does he want to lie and make it seem like he's an engineer, he's so insecure that he can't just admit that he's not or let the comment section roast him a little bit. It's really sad to see, and it seems like he really wanted to convince everyone that this was the truth, even his audience, even his friends, and in the last video I talked about, he even convinced his dad.
I'm sitting in the room, it's like, when it comes to computers, do you talk about it with my son? Do you act like an intelligent person? Because my son's a fucking engineer, okay? If I'm wrong about computers, I'm gonna believe what my son says, because he's the fucking engineer, not a doctor. Like, fucking insane, dude.
Many people don't care if some guy on YouTube is saying he's an engineer, even if he really can't rightfully use that title. But he's done something a bit more than that, a bit more specific. Let's read through an old SomeOrdinaryGamers Facebook post.
Oh, let's see what Mutahar got himself into now, because it sounds like he did something a lot more serious than just lying about his career.
Out of the hundreds of videos I have made, I personally felt really proud of this one due to the methods of filming it and the finesse I put into making this one. I put finesse in everything, but this video speaks to me personally as an engineer.
So it seems like Mutahar might have got a sponsorship deal for a product mainly because he was an engineer. While I'm not going to throw this accusation around lightly, I don't really want to claim that. Maybe that's a very alleged thing. What Harmful Opinions is saying is that because he was claiming to be an engineer and because he was claiming to have a lot of experience in the cybersecurity field, he actually got a sponsorship deal with Intel where he would review their product, and he wrote a long description basically explaining why it's so great for him to do it and why he's the best person to do it. I don't really know if this is the truth. I mean, he's going to give a really shitty review anyway.
Let's get a taste of this masterpiece.
Power this thing on, and you come across a set of flashing lights over here, and you got
Beautiful audio engineering, sophisticated framing. Before my whole YouTube channel, I worked in the tech and cybersecurity industry.
You know, so some real shocking stuff. I don't know. I don't really care. I don't think it's too big of a deal. I mean, he could maybe get in some legal trouble, but I have no idea. I'm not going to ask ChatGPT and act like that's really the answer. But Harmful Opinions seems to think he's done some pretty vile stuff. I don't know, it really sucks to see some big creators getting into some lolcow territory. It feels like the whole community is just based off hate nowadays, and, you know, that gets me some views. Hopefully this will get this video some views, but it sucks to see when people that have been so long-standing in the community just become lolcows. Like Pirate Software, everyone just loves to hate the guy. Like Mutahar, everyone started to love to hate the guy. I hope this doesn't stick around and become a whole big thing with a lot of popular creators, but we'll see. If it does, I'll cover more videos about it. Anyways, that's about it for today's video. If you liked, you should leave a like and subscribe. I'll see ya.